Mm-hmm. I deleted all the headers. Apparently that one was needed. Well, that's not true. I don't even know if I need this one. Because it's not that easy. No, I should not just start adding stuff. Will I need directory? That's used to read textures, so no. What is this doing anyway here? Create textures. Create textures is overridden. Does it have a default? I guess it does. No, that's a single button window, so I guess it doesn't because this is specifically still doing it. DOS synchronous window. No, probably not. Same question for create vertex buffers, I suppose. Does that have a default? Probably not, because it's also built like that. We don't have a fragment shader, right, for the triangle. That would also only be needed when we have texture or something. Yeah, I decided to not use a vertex buffer for for the triangle application. I just hard code it in the in the shader as usual. Let me write this. Let's look at, I think, the most simple application that I have to begin with. That currently draws a triangle as well. Hello triangle, so it's just window.h here. Oh, it does have a fragment shader. Yeah, of course, I'm stupid. We need that anyway. But I can copy it from here, I suppose. I'll copy a lot from here, I suppose. I should copy this as closely as possible. I can also pretty much count on it that all the headers that are used here are needed. Well, maybe not all. Protocol, for example. So this one is also logging in into some OpenSim grid. Oh, definitely not doing that. So it has sockets, file, put file. No, just need a window. Okay. So we do not need a directory. I'll update it here, I suppose. I do want to use the base class constructor. And then we have the render pass called final pass on depth here. It's called main pass, yeah. Maybe final pass is a better word. Not sure though. I wrote this after the other one. Then I have a graphics pipeline and I'll lay out all that. So you should see that back here as well. Or not. Oh, this one has two graphics pipelines. Okay, we do not have push constants. Do not have a square. I'm not going to do, well, we don't have vertex buffers, put it that way. What is this? Shader indexes. Let's see if we have a shader index in the other one. Oops. I do. Well, we I only have one pipeline factory or none at all. Don't want that. Combined image samplers. Well, I don't have any textures. We don't have that either. And not that. Not that. And not that. And I guess there is no reason to work with an enum here. And then these are my shader indexes. And here I have 3 of them. But I'm just going to copy from here. And here we have a number of pipeline factories. That is my graphics pipeline. It's called Vulkan, the type is Vulkan pipeline. So I'm not using here. Interesting. Oh, it's having a... It's not using a pipeline factory. Let's see if that's a bit too difficult or not. Yeah, then you get stuff like this, which you want to avoid, I guess. I mean, that's still the normal Vulkan API. I do have a create graphics pipelines, which is overridden. Do I have that here? I do. So let's instead let's use a pipeline factory. Hello. No IMQ, no frame count, I guess. Create a render graph. Well, we need that. That's the output, and then we pass the output to that. Oh, I don't have IMQ. So this uses the main pass and the depth. Hello, A4. Where's my render graph? Did I delete it? Is it defined in the base class? It's defined in the base class. Oh yeah, sure. That should work then. And here we define the maximum number of frame resources. Does that not have a default? I think this is a default, yeah. The normal value is 2. So I can explain you why I'm doing this. It's already 2. Maximum number of swap images. Test, Vulkan. Default is 3, which is sufficient. Let's not make it 3, 4. timer. What the hell do I need a timer for? I mean, that's what I used. Is this thing using a timer? Nope. No idea. I mean, let's think about the triangle. We have a window, triangle. Is there a timer? No. Is there a loop variable? No. Delete everything. Who cares about this? Do I have to implement create textures? That's the question. Can't find tag pattern. Well, that's interesting. Let me have a look at create textures. Create textures is a pure verbal function, so this has to be implemented indeed. I already had stuff like that. Oh, I worked on it and then we went up again in the file. So now I go here. Okay, so we need both of these then. Everything is still private. The other one is also pure virtual, I figured, so yep, there. Okay, and then we need, yeah, I need two shaders. Shall I repeat the private? I guess I can do that. Let's copy the shader from this file here. And I have another overridden thing called register shader templates. Apparently also necessary. Yeah, that's necessary, right? So copy that. So this fills my M shader vert and frag, which we had up here. These. Let's add it. Probably also add a comment about what it is in the first place. I kind of like handles, I guess, to the shaders. Texture uploaded. What is that doing there? Condition type. Don't need that. I don't think I'm gonna need push constants either. Nor IMU. Wait, it's not a fragment, pixel. Right, then we are here. Base pipeline characteristic. Yeah, I have there are 3 characteristic classes. We don't need that many, I guess. Skip them for now. Then we have create pipelines. So that should create our pipeline. Let's do these first, I suppose. Well, maybe keep the order as it is. This is closely related to the frames. Actually, render the frame, draw frame, access to the application, and draw IMG. That's the last one. Is draw IMG pure vertical? Probably not. And why is this accessor put below the IMQ header? Converts it to a texture test. I should just delete everything, I guess. No IMQ. Drawing a frame, yeah. Why is that so big? Because I never worked on it yet. It's not finished. Let me look at this one first. Render frame. Debug outputs. I'm gonna remove the Tracy stuff, I think. It's in the hello world. I guess we're not using M-frame count either. I already deleted that, so. Yeah, maybe we should keep it. I don't know. Maybe we should keep it. Let's keep frame count. So that is just defined there at the top, below the pipeline. Beautiful. We don't have a pipeline anymore, okay? There's my Graphics pipeline. Put it there. No, that's all. She's just printing it in the debug output now. And we have here something that is keeping track of the time, and that's kind of nonsense, I guess. Yeah, I might change this in the future, but for now it's what it is. And the whole frame is implemented here. It's quite big. Let's not do zone stuff. If enabled IMQ, we don't have IMQ. We don't have Tracy. Let's see what else I can delete because of that. This is Tracy. Yep, that's still there. Yeah, it's still there. That's unfortunate, but we have to wait somehow for all the pipelines to be there before we can start using them. Then I guess this is Tracy stuff, and that is IMU stuff. What we have to do is check if the handle is set on the pipeline. Now we do no longer have an array. So instead I can just check the only pipeline that I have, I guess, the handle of it. Thought I had a graphics pipeline thing. Well, there. Does that thing have a handle? That should be this one. You have a handle here, but it turns a pipeline handle. Which is an operable. Okay, so I can test the handle at least then. Let's return from this graphics pipeline. So then we have here begin and end render pass. And in between and set the viewport, scissors, bind the vertex buffer, and now we talk about texture summary. I think we need to go to the bind vertex buffers. Oh, nothing. Oh right, here I didn't. Oh no, we need a draw. Let's find a draw. And we should have a draw call there. At the very least. Yeah, there we go. So you really, the only thing that's really needed here is begin the render pass and bind pipeline, and then we have viewport, scissors, and a draw. That's all. Pretty sure, yeah. Bind pipeline. Where's my pipeline being bound? Here. Oh, we don't have vertex buffers. We need to bind vertex buffers that we don't have. Don't have a texture index. Don't have a number of pipeline factories. Don't have push constants. I don't have that. I don't need this anymore. Scope. So I wanted to do those and then bind pipeline and then bind the scripter sets. I guess we don't do that either then. That then is that handle that we just tested. What the hell is VH cracks pipeline? Okay, it's part of the organization. And then the draw. Yeah, well, we have only three pixels. Three vertices. Make here 3100. I have no idea anymore what the 1 means, but it should be the same. Now I do this weird indentation for myself to show that it is something really wrong here and has to be fixed. But if I want to use it as a hello world example, then maybe I shouldn't do that. I'm not sure. I fix the indentation. Let's try to make it more readable. Okay, so I have a command buffer here that we draw to, and that we call begin render pass on and begin, and you can compare it with this, which works. And we get that from frame resources. Command buffer is frame resources m command buffer. Yeah, yeah. And frame resources itself, these two are also necessary. Wait command buffer completed and reset fences. Yeah, they're already there. Okay. It's pretty much the same, right? Probably copied it before. Frame resource data pointer, frame resources, current frame, frame resources. Swap saying extend is swap saying extends. I have no idea where I am. Next, right? Yep, and then that one uses final pass and this one uses main pass, but for the rest it's the same thing. Viewport scissors the same, and then the rest was also the same. Right, so I think we did that one then, and we have that, and what is this? This is a frame limiter, I think. Limit the frame rate of this window to 100 frames per second. Yeah, well, why not? Let me see if it has a default on. It seems to have a default because I don't see an equals 0. And then what is that default? That should be this one. That is already that. And this is the Vulkan engine, and it's already set to 10 milliseconds, so I'm not gonna repeat that here. That would be silly. I really try to make this one, this Hello World example, have the minimum number of lines of code is for. That doesn't make it a great teacher, I think, because you want to know what else is possible. But I'll just explain that, you know, afterwards and one by one. So, well, by the way, you can also add that virtual function and that virtual function. This would more be an example of what is absolutely required. Which means that I should get rid of this frame count, I guess. Get rid of both. So all the VK frames are very verbose. I'll add that in. I'll keep those though. Right, so then there's a big one still left. Create the graphics pipelines. And I didn't look at these lines yet, I think. And I have a print on. Do I need that? Well, it's overridden, so I guess not. Oh wait, that's part of the characteristic range. Yeah. Objects. So yeah, I'm not going to need this number of characteristics. Who cares? And what is this? Oh, I can avoid it. You know what? I'm gonna delete all of the characteristics and then create them as needed. I think that's easier than deleting what I don't need. Where does that even start, right? I think that was here, so delete that class. This class. And this class. Yeah. So basically the last function then. Yeah, I'll kind of have to leave though. I'm gonna go this Sunday, you know, I'm gonna visit my parents while they're still alive, basically. That's why I'm doing that. And I'll be back this evening, CAT. I want to get this finished in 10 minutes or 9 minutes that I might still have anyway. Hello Micro, if you're still there. Let me see if that is pure Wordle or not. Yep, it is. So we definitely have to define it, which makes sense, I suppose. Which means that this one also has it. Oops. What was I just looking for? Create graphics pipelines. Edit both files. Search for it. This one is, yeah, using that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So we will work with a pipeline factory. But yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'll be back in this evening. Okay, so in let's say in probably about 4 hours ish, maybe sooner, I don't know. Have a good day.